here.
Oh.
And they're early. Did you realize they were coming so soon?
Oh, dear, no. Inga, help me get the camera ready. Get all the plates and the tripod.
Yes, Grandfather. Would you be wanting to make photographs of the entire grand opening?
Oh, indeed. I want to record this for history. Why, when the train arrives, we'll have the largest crowd on record right here in Winterset. What an opportunity. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the annual Winterset Christmas Festival. You were smart to come early because this is the biggest thing that's happened around these parts in many a day. Why, you ask? Well, I'll tell you. Not only are we celebrating our annual festival, which, by the way, includes a marvelous dessert and our most wonderful pageant, it just so happens that we've only just finished rebuilding the town and are about to dedicate it. Why did we have to rebuild it, you ask? Well, I'll tell you. We had a fire not long back. Burned up pretty near the whole town. Lost most of the commercial district, as you can see. It was the first of its kind. Do you know it even made the newspapers up in Boston? Strangest thing you ever saw. It was a wedding fire. And now this is how it happened. Percy Whitlock, local inventor, married Annabelle Larson, the librarian. Now, Annabelle wanted an outdoor wedding, being as how the church here gets a mite warm in August, and Annabelle didn't want any of the wedding guests falling asleep and missing her grand entrance. So Annabelle had her outdoor wedding. And it was a production. Yes, sir, it was. The event of the year. Now, it's my contention that if Annabelle hadn't read so many novels, she wouldn't have had such high ideas. But there was no stopping her. She had a 6-tiered cake, 5 candelabra, 7 bridal attendants, and several young children who wound up getting violent with their baskets of rose petals and those little pillows with the doodads tied to them. Annabelle's great Aunt Lucille, who sings at weddings and funerals, whether she's asked to or not, was right in the middle of her solo when one of the local hounds started barking, reflecting the mood of many of the participants. The more Lucille sang, the louder that dog howled. Now, on top of that, Lucille had a penchant for forgetting the words to her solos, so she usually wound up searching for them somewhere out in the woods, figuratively speaking, of course. Well, as you can imagine, it wasn't long before all the young folks were being poked and glared at by their parents, but that didn't stifle their laughter. Finally, old Lucille picked a word and went for the high note. The dog went for Lucille, and the children went for the dog. Well, they all knocked over the first candelabra, and the rest went down like dominoes. Within a minute, the band shell was ablaze, and the wedding party was no longer behaving in an orderly fashion. The flames swept through the trees, up the boardwalk, and crept up the storefronts. We lost the roofs to most of the stores and most of what was inside. It was a terrifying day. Percy and Annabelle had to wait a couple of days to finish taking their vows. Now they're not sure just which day to celebrate as their anniversary. But anyway, we got the fire out, and we've all worked together to rebuild this town. Winterset's back on her feet again. And the good people of the town, under the direction of the mayor, have taken steps to see that such a tragedy never happens again. No more outdoor weddings with candles. We've created a volunteer fire department, and we've recommended that Aunt Lucille retire from her career as a soloist.
Thank you, good people of Winterset. The day has finally come. The soot has been scrubbed from the last cobblestone. The stores have been rebuilt, refurbished, and redecorated, and just in time for our annual Christmas festival. Thank you. And let me add that if you good citizens hadn't voted in that bond issue, we would have never been able to rebuild this town.
Darling! Not now. We want the festival to start. Papa, hurry up. Make it short, dear. No one wants to hear a speech.
Mother, tell me when to hear the band. Let's hear the band.
Indeed. Well, I have my dedication speech here somewhere. I'd like to...
I think you've said enough, darling. Remember, you're no Teddy Roosevelt. Cut the ribbon, Papa. We want to see the new shot. Amanda! Hush! Henry, be a gentleman.
In conclusion, let me say...
Mr. Mayor?
Hector Gowdy, the station master.
Yes, it is. And I need to tell you folks that we need to get this festival started because I just got a message over my telegraph wire that we've got a train arriving any minute. We've got merchants expecting last-minute Christmas deliveries and folks expecting company. So let's get this show on the road.
All right.
Mr. Mayor, Lucille Larson would like to sing for us in honor of the ribbon cutting and dedication of Main Street.
Not now, please. Thank you. And where's the school marm? She's supposed to have collected 2 prize pupils to cut the ribbon.
Here I am, Mr. Mayor.
Hurry up, say your piece, Maud.
I have chosen the Reverend Winton's charming daughter, Lily, and the mayor's son, Henry.
We hereby cut the ribbon, signifying that Main Street is now open to commerce, trade, and the improvement of life for all who live in this fair city.
Well, ring the bell and light the street lamp. Be sure the paint's dry on that side.
Give every beggar some hot chocolate because it's almost Christmas time.
Drop by my store.
You can buy 1 red carnation or a dozen more. Or a dozen more. It's a grand time. Such a grand time. Time for Christmas and for joy and goodwill everywhere. Celebrating.
Mr. Mayor, just a moment, please. I would like you to meet... How do you say your name, sir?
Yuri Petron. And my daughter, Natalia Petrovna.
How do you do? We are so very happy to be here.
So happy to be here. My family is from the motherland. Russia! Oh, and Trotsky. Here's my dog. Trotsky. Hello, happy little Russian doggy.
We have come to see relatives.
You have relatives here in Winterset? Imagine. I had no idea we had anyone with a Russian heritage. How interesting.
How perfectly fascinating. Why, I'm enthralled.
Good lady, what is your name, please?
Althea White.
Hello, my American cousin.
Your cousin? How perfectly wonderful. I had no idea, but I'm so thrilled. What a Christmas present to discover long-lost relatives, and exotic ones at that. We are just in the middle of a ribbon cutting and dedication, but I'll get you two home. Oh, excuse me, you three. I just live around the corner. Why, I had the whole upstairs empty in my house, and you'll just love it. I am amazed.
Oh, you are so generous. We are so very grateful.
I knew we had the relatives somewhere. This must be the place.
Isn't she beautiful? Look at those eyes and that hair. Wait a minute. Now I realize it. You look just like my mother's great aunt. Yes. Oh, this is just an family resemblance. Oh, can you believe it? I am amazed. Come with me. Cousins.
Well, if that don't beat all.
It certainly is a miracle. Well, let's see. The train's arrived, we've cut the ribbon, and we're ready to get on with the festivities. Ladies and gentlemen, Lucille Larson has a song she'd like to sing for us in honor of our Russian guests. Oh, well, Lucille, you're not really on the official program, and we do need to make these announcements so that we can get on with the festivities.
Mr. Mayor, could tell us more about the shop.
Ah, yes. We need to get to Christmas shopping, I understand. Will the owners of these fine stores please make their way up to the dais? I'd like to introduce someone we all know and love, the proprietors of our ever-popular Winterset Bakery, Sam and Sarah Alcott.
And the wonderful son, Jed. Thank you.
Young man.
Thank you.
And of course, our beloved toy makers, Carl and Millicent Giannotti.
As you can all see, children, we have moved upstairs. I hope that all of you will come up and see the wonderful toys we have for you this Christmas. Your parents have only 2 shopping days left.
We have a wind-up train that really moves. And I've ordered some swords just like President Roosevelt carries. Toy swords, of course. And we have some teddy bears, too, named after the president.
Fine, fine. I'd like you all to welcome young Mr. Sebastian Black, whose very presence here will improve both home and school alike. Mr. Black offers books, maps, and writing papers.
How do you do? I'm very happy to be here. Please excuse the mess in my bookstore. I'm still unpacking books. I do hope to get to know you all very soon.
He's a dream. Don't you think he's just wonderful? I certainly do, Nan. Tall, dark, and handsome. And such a gentleman. Is he married? Is he engaged?
Is he crazy? Does it have to be to go for you girls?
Be quiet, Freddie. You're just jealous. Yeah, Freddie, you're just green with envy.
Green? Well, then I'm all dressed for Christmas, aren't I?
We've been wondering why you girls have had a sudden interest in reading lately.
Gloriousky, hush you two.
And of course, the bandmaster, music teacher extraordinaire, whom we first met as a visiting member of the Chautauqua Cultural Society, the Italian acrobat himself, Mr. Mario Calendula.
Mr. Calendula, could you give us the facts about your performing troupe?
Thank you so much. As most of you know, this region's favorite opera diva.
Hey, Brett, she's the only one we ever had.
Well, it was like this. The lovely and talented Madeline Tetrazzini tragically popped the vocal cord. She and Professor Holliday are in a spa in Europe where we hope that she will recover. They have left me in charge of their music school. I am to be assisted by Madame's personal secretary, Miss Taylor Bliss. I only hope I can do them justice. I am your musical servant. Drum roll, please. I am here to announce to you that my brothers and I are retiring from our careers as acrobatic entertainers to become the Winterset Fire Department.
Thank you. It is an honor, I assure you. Winterset, she's never going to be destroyed by flame again. We have found our true calling. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, what a moving story. Why, Roy here has just told us about the bell. I hadn't even noticed.
Ladies, it's time!
We, the ladies of the Winterset Ladies Auxiliary, would like to donate an Inspire emergency bell in the hopes that it will never have to be used, of course. I want to read. Can I try it? I want to try it. Henry, not now. It's just for emergencies, son.
Every modern town has an emergency bell. We thought it was about time Winterset had one, too. I should like to sing a song in honor of the bell.
Show us how it works. Come on, ring it. We drivers have to know what we're listening for if it goes off.
It's our Christmas present to our beloved town.
It's only fitting that the new fire chief ring the bell for the first time.
Get a photograph. I didn't know we had a new fire chief to go with the volunteer fire department. Inga, get the camera. Could I get a pose?
I suggest we wait until all of the families have arrived for dessert. Then we can get our annual group portrait.
Oh, all right. Say, who is the new fire chief anyway? Roy Calendula. Well, then Roy should be first to ring the bell.
I never knew being a former acrobat could be so practical.
Oh, we mustn't forget the rest of the shot. Let me introduce my good friend, Mary McGuffey. Always think of McGuffey Haberdashery for fine clothing and millinery.
Well, thank you, Dorothea. My daughters and I, let's see, where are they? Nan? Beth? Yes, there they are. We hope you'll stop by our shop and try on a new hat from New York or Boston. We love you all. On a more serious note, our store was devastated in the fire, and we especially want to thank you Calendula brothers for helping to rescue us.
I'm on the entertainment committee for this event, and I'd like to present the evening we've all been waiting for. The Christmas Festival is about to begin. The committee has selected Winterset's finest young artist, a musician in training, and studying under that fine teacher, Mario Calendula, and following in the footsteps of...
Get on with it. I got a hankering for that dessert.
Later. And now, the committee would like to present Winterset's newest heartthrob, Mr. Will Whitten. Oh. Will! My little Will! Darling, did you hear that? What is going on here? Tell me, please, what is going on here? Someone? Come on.
bop, 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 shoo-bop. Well, everybody's gathering around the Christmas tree. Bop, 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 shoo-bop. They're laughing and talking and singing so merrily. Bop, 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 shoo-bop. But it seems like something's missing. Something's not quite right. I feel like celebrating if you were here tonight. Well, celebrating Christmas 'cause it means so much to me. It's the happiest of times with friends and family. Falling snow and mistletoe, gifts under the tree. Well, deck the halls and best of all, you'll be here with me. Just hear those sleigh bells jingling down the lane. The choir is singing, singing so merrily. See the presents round the tree, one for you and me. Let's take a walk in the snow and make a memory. We're celebrating Christmas 'cause it means so much to me. It's the happiest of times with friends and family. Falling snow and mistletoe, gifts under the tree. Well, deck the halls and best of all, you'll be here with me. Well, people celebrate the spirit Christmas brings to town. Well, it's nothing new to me and you, 'cause we feel it all year round. All year round, yeah, we feel it all year round. Everybody's gathering round the Christmas tree. They're laughing and talking and singing so merrily. See the snowflakes on the ground and loved ones all around. But Christmas lights don't shine as bright as all this joy I found. We'll celebrate Christmas 'cause it means so much to me. It's the happiest of times with friends and family. Falling snow and mistletoe and gifts under the tree. Well, deck the halls and best of all, you'll be here with me. Well, deck the halls and best of all, you'll be here with me. Whoa. It means so much to me. That's what Christmas means to me. Whoa, yeah.
Lily. Mr. Gennady wants to see you. Jenny, flower Jenny. I need some flowers. How about those purple ones? I'll pay you later if that's all right.
Well, certainly, Will. But Amanda likes red carnations. Well, she's not at all partial to these. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I think our little Will is up to something.
What?
Oh, Will, now I thought you were sweet on Amanda. Will, may I give you a piece of advice?
I just love to read, Mr. Black.
Well, you have to read my new favorite book.
Just be yourself. Well, don't try to be something that you're not.
Did you hear that? I think I'm going to get sick. It's called Peter Pan by Mr. James Barrie. It just came off the presses a few months ago. It's about pirates in a land called Never Never Land.
I would love to read it.
Oh, it's about pirates in a land called Never Never Land? I can't believe she's doing this.
Oh, Will, you're just jealous because
Well, she won't pay you any mind.
Well, I must be getting back to the shop now. Oh, and please, there's no need to call me Mr. Black. My name is Sebastian. But my friends call me Bastion.
Goodbye, Bastion.
Promise me you won't tell Amanda, please?
Pardon me. Merry Christmas.
Miss Von Stryker! Miss Von Stryker!
Oh, stop it, you big show-off. You know my name. Who do you think you are?
Sorry, Inga. I didn't mean to interrupt.
You just can't stand not being the center of attention every single minute, can you, Will?
Oh, I'm just taking my lessons from the School of Music. That's all. What's wrong with that?
Nothing's especially wrong with that. I simply find your behavior juvenile.
Juvenile? Juvenile? Wait a second. I am a juvenile. Inga. I just wanted to invite you to the Christmas pageant. On Christmas Eve, at church, and then you can come over to our house and have some hot chocolate and sweets.
I don't think so, Will.
That didn't work. Let's see. Inga, we can ask your grandfather, be proper and all.
No, thank you. I plan to be busy, very busy.
Don't tell me you like that Mr. Bookstore fella.
I don't owe you any explanation, Will Winton.
Guess I better start reading some more books.
Soon you get back to Town Square and your adoring public.
Well, maybe I should. Will I see you at the dessert tonight?
Probably not. Some of the parents feel the evening will be too long for their children, so I'm taking care of them. I don't think I'll be at dessert. Perhaps you should take Amanda.
Well, maybe I should. Merry Christmas, Inga. And thanks a lot. It's almost Christmas time.
Everywhere that I go, people are looking at the sharing love. See the look in their eyes, something is shining bright. The tide is high.
There seems to be such a joyful occasion. Every face has a smile, and it's starting to feel like my favorite time of the year. For it's almost Christmas time, the time of the year that's so full of cheer. It's almost Christmas time, and I'm glad that it's finally here.
Put a wreath on the door,
Hang up the mistletoe, the falling snow. Put it over the fire. Let's take a walk tonight under the starry sky. Let's remember the days of our childhood, and we remember tonight. Let's remember the one who was born so that we could have life. For it's almost Christmas time, the time of the year that's so full of cheer. Yes, it's almost Christmas time, and I'm glad that it's finally It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere you go, there's a tree in the Grand Hotel, one in the park as well, the sturdy kind that doesn't mind the snow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will stop,
and the thing that'll make them ring.
is the carol that should ring right within your heart, right within
City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air, there's a feeling of Christmas. Children laughing, people passing, meeting smile after smile, and on every street corner you hear silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city. Ting-a-ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day.
Friends, hear my story about my life that takes place every Christmas time. Mothers stand together as I sing about the There's only 3 days left till Christmas, and there's so much left to do. Just when I get stronger, the list gets longer, and the house gets like a zoo. There's only 3 days left till Christmas, and while the family's having fun, I'm home wrapping everyone. There are stockings to fill, what to get 'em will fill. A big turkey to stuff, and if that's not enough, there is food still to buy. This is getting obscene. And my hair, what a mess. I could plan my escape. You mean there is more? Cookies to bake. And oh, my headache. There's only 3 days left till Christmas, and the clock has turned away. I've only one request, of which I ask you to invest. Find me a stretcher for Christmas Day. The forest dressed up with mistletoe in her hair. Scarlet beads of holly leaves on cotton candy covered hills. The snowbird serenades the children at their play. We laugh as Grandpa places a carrot nose on Frosty Snowman's face. Street lamps glow bright with tinsel wrapped around their arms. Pine cone wreaths of red and green greet at dawn the friends who come. We dine like kings and queens, then hear folks caroling. We sing slightly upbeat all the Yuletide songs we've known.
like we remember tonight, and remember the one who was born so that we could have life. For it's almost Christmas time, the time of the year that's so full of cheer. It's almost Christmas time, and I'm glad that it's finally almost Christmas time, the time of the year that's so full of cheer. It's almost Christmas time, and I'm glad that it's finally here. Almost Christmas time, and I'm glad that it's finally here.
Percy! Percy, where are you? Percival! Percival Lansford Whitlock!
Oh, I think you're in trouble, Percy. Looks to me like you better think of something quick.
Oh, Sarah, have you seen my husband? I've been out Christmas shopping and now I can't find him anywhere.
Well, Samuel, dear, have you seen Mr. Whitlock today?
Today? Well, yes, as a matter of fact, I have. He's here showing us his latest invention.
The automatic deer provocator or the electric beehive honey pump?
The electric beehive honey pump. A truly remarkable time-saving device for someone in our line of work. With all the honey we use in our pastries, it could revolutionize the baking business. We could have a whole new line of honey products just for the holidays.
Isn't Percy the most brilliant man you've ever known? I'm so proud of him. And I do believe he's going to put Winterset on the map.
Or blow us off, one or the other.
Percy, there you are. My delicious tidbit.
Percival Whitlock, master inventor at your service.
Percy, it's me, Annabelle, your wife.
Hello, dear. Now, Samuel, this electrical vacuum pump that I was telling you about. Well, I saw it at the World Trade Exhibition back in '02 in New York. The most incredible contraption. It was this huge vacuum pump mounted on a mobile horse cart, and it could travel from house to house. And with an elongated hose, it could extract dust and dirt. Well, I said to myself, this electrical vacuum pump could have many applications. Of course, one has to experiment.
Sweet cake. Did you forget about our portrait setting? He gets a mite bit excited about his experiments.
Of course, the first idea is not always the best idea.
Well, we remember the first one, Percy. The one where you tried to siphon kerosene using an electric pump.
How could we forget?
Well, when I finish my field testing on beehives, you two will be the first to profit from my venture. I promise. I can see it now. Scores of pastries being filled with honey from my vacuum pump invention. I'm applying for the patent right away. One can't be too careful.
Say there, Percy.
Percival Whitlock, master inventor at your service.
Say, Percy, this message just came for you over the wire. It sounds pretty important.
Sure. My spectacles, Hector, would you mind?
Certainly. I'll read it for you. Fourth flight successful. Stop. Ready to try your mechanical wing flapper. Stop. Please ship. Your cousins Orville and Wilbur Wright. I hope you know what it means, Percy, because I have no idea.
It means, Hector, you better learn to fly. The days of the railroad are numbered. Man has found a way to fly. Well, it's time for me to be leaving. I must be up.
Say that again.
Mr. Whitlock, we want to see your automatic reindeer provocator.
He's gone, Freddy. Now what do we do? I sure do want to see that deer provocator thing.
Well, maybe we can go over to Whitlock's barn and borrow it, if you know what I mean.
Oh, Will, you're so daring. I'd be careful if I were you, Will Winton. You're in for a piling. If you get caught, and you'll get in trouble. And then your parents will tell all of our turns, and none of us will be able to open our presents. And Christmas will be ruined. And we'll all get piled and miss Christmas dinner. And I won't get that lovely hat Mother hid in the bureau. And she'll take it back to the store. And I'll never see it again.
Wait a minute. How did you know you got a hat for Christmas, Beth? It's not Christmas yet. You peeked, didn't you?
Oh, dear. Well, Amanda, it just so happens I know you've looked at every single one of your gifts, so there.
I'm telling Mother Amanda you're in trouble now.
Oh, hush, Henry.
And man, you be quiet.
Do you want to spoil all the fun? Now, Will, where were we?
Down at Gibby's.
We were just gonna borrow it. You know, test it out and see if it really works.
But what does it do? Yes, what does it do?
Should we tell them, guys?
Sure, I think it's time we had some real fun.
Come here, everybody. Come on. The automatic reindeer provocator takes regular, plain, ordinary forest deer, and with the Whitlock's patented zapper, turns them into real, authentic reindeer.
Real reindeer? You mean like in Lapland? Christmas labeling reindeer? Honest?
Honest, Lily, cross my heart.
Did Percy really try it out?
Well, Percy hasn't tried it out yet, but we're gonna try it out for him.
Oh, Will, you are so daring and brave. I'm with you. And I say we all go try it out. But first, everyone has to take an oath that they won't tell. Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I promise.
I promise.
Promise, Nan, now. I promise. Not to tell.
Not to tell.
There. I hope this works.
It will, Beth. Don't worry.
Will, if it works and we find it and we turn him into a reindeer, what do we do with him after that? Can we keep him for a pet?
Hush, Lily. Come on, everybody. Let's go.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go,
don't you run along and play, dear?
Can I go to the toy store, please?
All right, but stay out of the Giannotti's way and don't get in his roof garden, please.
Glorioski, finally!
Merry Christmas, Emma. I put the gift you ordered for your daughter just outside my shop. It's wrapped. You might want to have the Reverend Winton pick it up and take it home.
Thank you for reminding me. By the way, Mary, I want to tell you, I think you do a wonderful job at keeping secrets. Every Christmas, I wonder how you do it, how you keep all the gifts separated and wrapped and hidden all over town. You seem to take such joy in Christmas.
Why, thank you. I suppose I do take great joy in Christmas and all the trimmings.
Well, I know I appreciate it.
You know, Emma, when my husband died several years ago, I never thought I could make it through that first Christmas without him. I don't remember much about it, except that it was cold and dull. My children and I were so lonely.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to remind you.
It's all right. You know, that whole time in my life taught me to treasure every little moment. It's the small things you miss. Fleeting things. Brushing the snow from his coat. Singing carols with him at church. Smiles from across the room as the children are opening their gifts. And the way Christmas Eve felt, with all of us so full of anticipation.
Small things are the real treasures. I understand.
I know you do. You've always been such a good friend. For a while, I was afraid to wake up all those Christmas memories, afraid of the pain. But the Lord helped me to find joy again. I suppose that's why I like to help make Christmas special for everyone. I'm learning to treasure every moment and hold it in my heart.
The heart of Christmas is for everyone, Mary.
Thanks for reminding me of that, Emma.
Mother, look at us!
Pokey Pete, Lily.
Lily Winton, would you come down here, please? And Henry, you'd better come down before you get in trouble, young man.
Will, fetch your sister, please.
Children decorate the town with brightly painted stars. Worshippers sing Silent Night, strumming on guitars. Men of faith and hope say prayers on boulevards the night before Christmas. And you don't have to be a rich man to share the children's glee. You don't have to be a singer to join the harmony. You just have to believe, to look around and see that the heart of Christmas is for you and me. Been afraid to try. Sorrows kept you company, and the dances passed you by. Let your heart remember the wonder and the joy on the night before Christmas. And you don't have to be a scholar to know the history. You don't have to be a preacher to tell the story. You just have to believe, to look around and see that the heart of Christmas is for you and me. The heart of Christmas is for you and me.
Christmas.
What is that? A little bit of smoke I smell? You smell a little bit of smoke, Natalia?
It's fire, Papa! I think somebody's burning. Should we ring the bell?
Well, it could be fire, but could be nothing. Could be somebody's roof is burning, but could be somebody's burning leaves. But could be somebody's burning the house down. Help! Fire! Natalia! Take Trotsky, run home to American cousin's house! Help! Fire! Help!
Oh, what are you doing? Where's the fire?
You are the fire.
I beg your pardon?
You light my fire. No. We ring the bell, fire chief come with water, Trotsky run home, and the volunteer fire department come to rescue you.
Rescue me, but I...
What a country! America, I love you.
Sir, you might want to go in and get dried off. It's almost time for dessert. Oh, and you'll probably want to fix your hair for the portrait.
Time for the annual portrait. Will someone get this fire engine out of there? In the camera and the plate. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I'll help you. Fix your hair. Gentlemen, your cravat. That's it. Oh, very nice, very nice. Hurry, Inga. That's it. Very good. Hurry now. If we make this a good one, everything is all order.
You mean I can't get a picture of Trotsky?
If the mom and the papa and the father could see me now, my brothers and I fighting fires, teaching music. It's a beautiful thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Chamber of Commerce has engaged the services of our very own Charles von Stryker to photograph this marvelous festival for all time. Please pick a spot, and Charles and his lovely assistant will aid you and yours in looking your finest. The joy of this moment will be preserved forever. You right here, you right there, gather around and do try to be quiet.
Say please, say cheese.
Just breathe.
Thank you. Please sit down. Please don't frown. Get in a group before we start the riot.
Say please.
Say cheese. Just breathe.
Say a portrait is something that will last forever.
Indeed.
Last for years.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Or
that's a while.
Yes, sir. That's a month of Sundays.
Everyone strike a pose, falling back and short in front.
We are about to become immortalized, my friend, no longer are we ordinary commonplace.
Customary people who have never been photographed.
We'll be seen 4 years from now here in this fine commemoration, so please get back in formation.
As the citizens of Winterset, and everyone hold still. It will be a grand and glorious future, so be on your best behavior. I can stand much more.
Neither can I.
Just smile. Here we go now. Look at the camera. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time. So smile, it's Christmas time. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time.
I have an announcement to make. Dessert is served. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Winterset Firemen's Fundraiser. This evening, with your generous contributions, we hope to raise the funds to purchase a vehicle upon which all of the Colangelo brothers may ride on at the same time. We're talking a real big truck here, folks. Big truck. Aunt Lucille Larson has graciously made a contribution for which we have purchased fire uniforms for the Colangelo brothers firefighting unit. And now we will model them for you. Behold, the uniforms. What's the latest in firefighting attire? Well, the modern professional of 1905 sports a protective yet attractive coat made of the finest fabric. You'll note Mario Colangela's stunning red hair does go well with his outfit. Thank you, Mario. Accessories are big in 1905. Carlo Colangela models that important gear so vital for any emergency. Protective boots and a hat created to keep cinders and sparks away. This entire ensemble is designed by Paddington Bear. And of course, the grand finale, our own beloved fire chief, the man who speaks all that's on his mind, that's why he never says a word, Roy Colangela. Here is Roy again, proudly displaying his badge. And don't forget that whistle, Roy. Roy's special safety trousers are designed to carry those highly specialized tools of the trade. A screwdriver, an axe, and for those particularly long fires, when the fire refuses to go out, a snack. That's right. Thank you, Roy, and thank you, Colangelo brothers. Morning calisthenics are a part of every firefighter's routine. And now the Colangelo brothers will demonstrate for you. Since you're eating, they won't do a thing. Please, have a seat, boys. Thank you. But they will demonstrate for you a medical first aid technique that has been patented by the Colangelo brothers. It is now called the Colangelo maneuver. This will undoubtedly save hundreds and hundreds of lives in the future. Let us reenact the event for you. The boys were having a snack one day in the firehouse, as they are prone to do quite regularly. All of a sudden, Mario sensed a tightening in the chest, a little shortness of breath.
Are you choking? Are you? Well, what are you choking on? Two words. A meatball. A matzo ball. Sounds like a donut. A little donut. A big donut. On the nose, a really big donut. A chocolate donut. Oh, hell. Oh, hell.
The Heimlich maneuver was to no avail. Mario's life was flashing away quickly.
Oh,
what could
help.
be done to save him?
Help. Oh, help.
The Colangelo maneuver, ladies and gentlemen. Another life saved. The calendula maneuver, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Firefighters are often called upon to make daring rescues high atop towering infernos, high buildings, and trees to save kitty cats. But often they are called upon to make rescues on water as well. And this is where the calendula's entertainment background comes in so handily, as they will demonstrate for you their ability to be floating on the water and do wonderful things, as they demonstrate for you their synchronized swimming. The Calendula brothers, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. You are too kind. Yes, you are. You may now continue with your desserts.
Time for a bedtime story. When's Mommy and Daddy coming home? Yeah, when's my Mom and Dad coming home?
Much, much later. This is a book Bastian gave me for Christmas. It's called Peter Pan. It's about a place called Never Never Land, and there were lost little boys, and there were pirates.
Come on, girls! Will you hurry up? If we don't get out there, we're gonna miss it.
Yeah, you think Percy's automatic reindeer provocator for something? Why, this invention will top them all.
Just a minute, boys. Surely it will wait. Now, Jenny, tell us again. What was the very best, most romantic wedding you ever did the bouquets for?
Well, let's see.
I do believe it was a wedding over in Belmont. Oh, the couple was very
Come
wealthy.
on! And if we don't get out there, we're gonna miss it. Percy Whitlock in the greatest experiment of his life.
Wait a minute, boys. You mean Percy's through with the honeybee vacuum pump? And he's actually going through with
flight.
He's going to fly over us?
Watch.
He did it! He flew! My Percy did it! What an inventor! Oh my! Oh my!
I was soaring. It seemed to last forever. Now I know how the birds feel. History has been made. Annabelle, how much time? How much time was I aloft?
I counted to 17.
17 minutes. Quick, someone wire Orville and Wilbur and tell them I've done it. 17 minutes.
It was 17 seconds. It was 17 seconds, dear.
No matter. I've done it. I have seen the sky. There is nothing left to invent.
Nothing left to invent? Does that mean you're through with inventing?
Indeed.
17 minutes. It was 17 minutes, my juicy little tidbit.
Whitlock's insane! He's a menace to society!
Well, I wouldn't say that. He's a menace to society.
Why, he made a crash with Future Brothers to the west. He just landed on the schoolhouse.
And if he's such a genius, why did he crash? Those cows won't be giving milk for a while. I wager they were terrified.
All right, calm down, everyone. Percy isn't hurt, and those cows are fine. The only thing damaged is Percy's contraption. Now, it's Christmas Eve, and we'll all be going to church in just a few hours, so what we need to do is calm down and cool off. What we need is a little Christmas spirit here.
You're right. I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. What we need is a little Christmas. Right now.
Christmas, bright, scary
church with us? It's a fine walk through the fresh snow.
Church, well, it's been quite some time since anyone's asked me such a question.
Wonderful. Then you'll come, and afterwards we'll have hot chocolate. It's a tradition of ours.
Mrs. Winton, I don't want to seem rude, but no thank you. It would be hypocritical of me.
Indeed, Charles, hypocritical? Why?
Because I don't believe in all that. Look, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I don't put much stock in religion. It's fine for you if you believe it. But, you know, I would be a hypocrite if I went down there believing that way.
Then why did he buy Inga a Christmas present if he doesn't believe in Christmas?
Hush, Lily. She didn't mean any harm, Charles.
I would like to go with him, Grandfather. May I?
I suppose. Look, Reverend, I don't want to seem like some kind of Ebenezer Scrooge. I'm as open-minded as the next fellow. I just don't need religion. It gets in the way. And if you're a good person, like I am, it's redundant. That's my philosophy.
I understand. Emma, take the children on ahead. We'll be right there. Charles, I don't need religion either.
What? Come now, you are a minister.
Religions are a dime a dozen. I'm not celebrating religion. It's Jesus Christ I need.
Look, I don't mind Christmas. It's all right. And it's not that I'm against celebrating. I mean, Inga and I have plenty to celebrate. Good marks in school, birthdays, anniversaries. I'm a very self-sufficient fellow. I have my own philosophy.
Charles, I have news for you. God is not a philosopher. God is God. He is the truth. He sets the standards and makes the rules. I am a man of faith, not philosophy. I accept God's truth. You are a man of philosophy. You reason out your own truth. The trouble is, that truth is always changing.
Oh, and God's truth doesn't, I suppose.
Exactly. Let me put it in a philosophical way for you. A howling wolf thinks he makes the sun come up. A howling philosopher thinks he makes the truth come up.
Look, I'm as open-minded as the next fellow. I just have a healthy dose of skepticism. You're all fine folks. You're just naive.
Skepticism leaves a man lonely on Christmas Eve. Won't you come with us? For the children?
For the children. All right.
Good, then.
I don't know how I let you talk like this. Things are so long. I'm so thanks.
Hail, hail to the newborn King. Let our voices sing him our praises. Hail, hail to the guiding light that brought us
John 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. And the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made. In him was life, and that life was the light of men. The light shines in the darkness, but the darkness knew it not. He was in the world, and though the world was made through him, the world did not recognize him. Yet to all who received him, to those who believed on his name, he gave the right to become the children of God. The Word became flesh and lived for a while among us. We have seen his glory, the glory of the one and only Son of the Father, full of grace and truth. In a stable in Bethlehem almost 2,000 years ago, gathered a group of humble people. When God came to earth to meet us at our need, he chose a simple, innocent girl to mother his little boy. He invited local shepherds, naive, artless people, to be the first to see his one and only Son, the one full of grace and truth. Only later did he lead the three kings to the baby, whose wisdom bade them search for the Savior. You may be lowly like a shepherd. Most of us are. You may be a king, but no matter who you are, the God of heaven sent Jesus Christ to meet you at your need. He came to buy your soul from the evil one, who is the prince of this world. He paid for your life with his. That is the gift he offers you tonight and every night. Merry Christmas.
The first night of a new day.
know, it's going to be a white Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Will. Merry Christmas to you, Inga. I hope you both have a happy holiday tomorrow.
Thank you, Bastian. And a Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas, Bastian. And thanks a lot for that great gift suggestion. She really liked it. No hard feelings?
Grandfather, look at the beautiful gift Will gave me. It's from Bastian's bookstore. It's a Bible, a lovely little white Bible.
I see. How nice. I'm surrounded.
Mr. Von Stryker, what did you think of church?
Oh, I like the pageant.
Well, I hope you listened.
Merry Christmas, Lily.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Lee.
Charles, what did you think of the rest of it?
I didn't listen.
That's too bad.
Look, Ambrose, I have been preached at enough this week. I don't expect it from you.
Oh, come now, my friend.
The Wintons are nice enough, but I've known people like them before. They want to live in a world where every day is Christmas. It can't be done.
Perhaps. But I'll tell you what kind of a world we do live in. A world where every day is Easter.
You of all people, Ambrose, I'm surprised at you. How naive you are. Live in a world where every day is Easter.
But it's true.
Ambrose, do you know how I got my start in this business? I was a war photographer. Do you know what war photographers see? Well, in the Spanish-American War, I saw plenty. I saw the most gruesome sights. I had to record them for posterity. I saw a dark and a dangerous world where young men died horrible deaths before their time. Oh, sleep in heavenly peace. Oh, they slept all right. I saw their faces. It wasn't very heavenly. I've seen the world out there. It isn't pretty.
It is indeed a dark and dangerous world, where every day Christ raises dead men to life, makes blind men to see. And that, my friend, is worth celebrating.
But the crowds cried out, "Crucify him! Crucify him!" Then they spat in his face and struck him with a fist. Others slapped him and said, "Prophesy to us, Christ. Who hit you?" And when Pilate saw that an uproar was starting, he took water and washed his hands. "I am innocent of this man's blood." Then darkness came over the whole land until the 9th hour, for the sun stopped shining. Near the cross of Jesus stood his mother, Mary. "I am thirsty," he cried. But they gave him a sponge of vinegar. He cried out with a loud voice, my God, why have you forsaken me?" bowed his head and gave up his spirit. And we beheld his glory, the glory of the one and only Son.
I would imagine that most of us this evening are quite familiar with the story of how the baby Jesus came to be born in a stable in Bethlehem some 2,000 years ago. But I wonder how many of us tonight understand that Jesus Christ was the Son of God, and that he came to this earth for one reason. He came to suffer a terrible, agonizing death at the hands of godless men for you and for me. Why would God allow his Son to endure such a death? Because the God of all creation desires to have a relationship with each and every one of us. He is the creation, the creator. We are the creation. He could simply demand our obedience and our allegiance to him if that's what he wanted. But rather, he wants you and I to choose to devote our lives and our hearts to him. He wants a father-son relationship, a father-daughter relationship with us. You see, the story of Jesus doesn't end on the cross. 3 days after his death, the power of God raised him back to life, once and for all, defeating the power of sin and death over man forever. Tonight, Jesus Christ is seated on his throne in heaven, waiting for you to respond to him. Every year we present this musical, so many people comment on how this really gets them into the Christmas spirit. My friend, it is a thrill for us to be a part of your holiday celebration in this way. It really is. For everyone involved tonight, it is a joy to share this evening with you. But what a tragedy it would be if all you went home with tonight was a little Christmas spirit. You see, Christmas spirit is short-lived. It's never all it's really cracked up to be, and quite frankly, around December 26th, it tends to fade in a hurry. But tonight, the God of heaven wants to have a relationship with each of us. The Gospel of John says that Jesus Christ is the light of the world. Those who have a relationship with him will never walk in darkness. You might say tonight, you know, Kevin, quite frankly, I appreciate what you're saying, but my world really isn't that dark. I have a great wife or a great husband, and our family, we love each other, and my needs are provided for, and, well, life isn't perfect, and it's not all roses, but quite frankly, I can't say it's that dark. But I challenge you tonight to think about those quiet times when you're alone, and something deep down inside your heart dares to ask the question, is this all there is? Surely there must be more. My friend, we're here tonight to tell you that yes, there is more. There is unconditional love and acceptance like you have never known. There is peace and security in a world where all we know is chaos and confusion. There is hope for the future. There is forgiveness that none of us have a right to expect. That is offered to you tonight. Some of you at one time have been a son or a daughter of the light. But for one reason or another, you have chosen to live in the darkness for a while. I challenge you tonight, don't continue to make Christ's birth in Bethlehem meaningless in your life. Come back to the Father tonight. He wants you back so desperately. The adoption process into God's family is really quite simple. It's done through prayer. Prayer is talking with God like you and I would carry on a conversation. There's no magic words. There's nothing fancy to say. God is concerned about your heart. Tonight, if you would like to begin that relationship with him, or if you would like to come back to him, you can do so right where you sit. Deep down in your heart, you can express something like, Dear Heavenly Father, I need you. I thank you that you came to this earth for me. I acknowledge that I am sinful. And I ask you to come into my life and make me the kind of person you want me to be. In Jesus' name, amen. There is nothing more that we desire than to help you in your relationship with your Heavenly Father. Tonight, if you prayed that prayer or if you came back to the Father tonight, we would ask that you would mark on your guest card that you filled out when you came in. If you haven't filled that out, you may do so now. Just in that upper right-hand corner, just make a check mark, a plus sign, something. And we will call you, we will encourage you, we'll pray with you, we'll answer any questions you may have. But we want to do all we can to help cultivate your relationship with God the Father. It is our deepest desire that this will be the most special Christmas you've ever had. I hope that you will not only celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ in the manger some 2,000 years ago, that you will celebrate the birth of Christ in your life this evening.
A seeker for light in a dark world, searching for truth, but settled for lies. I have been blinded, I couldn't see till a star in Bethlehem's sky opened my eyes. I have seen the light shining in the darkness, bursting through the shadows, delivering the dawn. I have seen the light, whose holy name is Jesus. His kingdom is forever. He reigns on heaven's throne. There in a manger, an innocent baby. Who could believe that he was the one? I can't believe it. I know it's true. He changed my life. He is the light. He is God's son. I have seen the light shining in the darkness, bursting through the shadows, delivering the dawn. I have seen the light, whose holy name is Jesus. His kingdom is forever. He reigns on heaven's throne. We must tell the world what we've seen today in Bethlehem. He's the promised King. We'll bow down and worship Him. We will worship Christ our King.
We all hope you enjoyed your evening. And remember,
It's Christmas.
good night.
There